Today, I've got Isaac from O'Shea Engineering, and he's going to be
Hello.
telling us a little bit about his business, which, from what I've heard, is very, very good. And not only because he paints his stuff yellow. Isaac, hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm not too bad. Yourself?
I'm fine, and I've just realised something. That belt is up wrong. There we go. Right, we're fine. Let's continue. This is not a video you would normally see on the channel. Today I've got a little interview going on. Never done this before. If you see me looking down here, I've got a prompt sheet. We're going to find out if this works soon. Let's get in with this. Today I've got O'Shea, or Isaac, from Isaac O'Shea Engineering. Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Yes, how are you doing?
Not bad, thanks.
I can't deal with this no ringing. I don't know how you're coping. You've probably got
Not
handbells
well.
everywhere.
Not really good at all, to be honest. I'm getting withdrawal symptoms, I think.
Oh yeah. I hear from friends of mine who've got some work you're doing for them that you're keeping busy with your new business. Tell us a little bit about your business. Where I'm looking at my prompt sheet here. Just don't, please. What do you do? What kind of jobs do you do in your business?
So basically, from a young age, I've always been interested in bell hanging, and just the engineering side of it. And I've always wanted to work for a bell hanger.
Okay.
When I was living in Oxfordshire, it was hoped that one day I might join Whites of Appleton, but they never hired me, and they never have any interest in hiring me at all. So I just sort of went, oh, right, okay, well, I'll go off and do my own thing then.
It's their loss. It's their loss. Well, from what I've heard from friends of mine who I think have looked into your services, you do very unique services and to a very good standard as well. I've heard everything good stuff about you. I've not heard one bad thing. So tell us about the kind of aspects of your work you do. What kind of things do you do?
So most of the work I do is, at the moment, fairly sort of smallish jobs, mostly because I don't have a massive workshop. So things like clapper rebushing, pulley refurbishment, supply of timber and high-density polyethylene shafted clappers. Just mostly odd jobs really at the moment, but there is hopefully plans in the next couple of years to move on to something bigger.
Yeah, I look forward to that actually, because I've got a couple of projects I might be needing your help with. You've heard about a few of them, and we're getting there. And there's a little bit of a hiccup at the moment, but I think you might be in with quite a large chance there. Another aspect of your work, which I think is one of your largest projects at the moment, is a mini ring you're making. Tell us a little bit about that. Tell us what you're doing with that.
So it's quite an interesting story. These are 6 bells with a tenor of sort of 10-11 pounds in E, which is unusual to be of that weight and that note because they were reject castings from Matthew Higby. He originally offered me the bells, and I didn't get them. They were then bought by George Vant, who then in turn sold them to James Johnson, who is now getting them hung.
Okay.
And he's getting me to hang them. In fact, they're all hung in the frames now. They've all got their ropes on and everything. And the clappers of the back 3 were made today, and they were put in, and they work brilliantly. So I've just got the front 3 to do now, and they're pretty much ready to go.
Brilliant, yeah. I've heard you're quite quick at your projects as well, because behind the scenes, and this is the first time I've ever put this online about this, but I have a mini ring on order, and it's obviously because I've got them cast and everything by Matthew Higby, and the waiting times are very, very long because you've got so much work. But you're very quick, and I was really impressed with that. I was really impressed because I heard from James a couple of months ago that, oh yeah, by the way, I'm getting a mini ring. I said, how far? Oh, well, they're nearly done. I feel I'm jealous now, actually, because I've been waiting about a year so far. But no, that's actually it's really good how quick you are. There are not many, especially bell companies, I've looked into it, and their waiting lists are years long. So it's it's a high point.
That's the benefit of being a new company, and also the benefit of not being in my main job because of furlough. So that does help.
All your time. So what I've got now is some photographs of the work Isaac's been doing on the mini ring, and from what I can see, it's going to be an absolutely stunning job. It looks really good. I like the red. but I'm hoping you'll paint the clappers yellow like you've been doing in the towers. Are you going
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Great, that would be brilliant. That's like your yellow clappers. That's amazing.
The ropes actually coordinate with the colour scheme. They're red and yellow as well.
Oh, that's perfect. I've seen the ropes actually. They're Avon ropes, aren't they?
That's it, yeah.
Yeah, they look really good. They're brilliant. Well, I look forward to ringing on those as soon as they're hung. I'm sure I'll be up there very, very soon. Another part of your business, which I think this is great, you've got like a new aspect of bell hanging which has not been done before. You are 3D printing certain components for bell hanging. Is that right?
That's it, yeah.
Tell us about that.
They're in testing, but yeah.
What kind of parts are you 3D printing? Can you call it that? Creating?
So it's mostly, I mean, it's 3D printing very limited in what it can do, but I've just mostly just got bored one day and had a go at 3D printing, and I printed a pulley wheel.
Oh, okay.
This wheel is eventually going to be going on the tenor at Burnham-on-Sea in the intermediate chamber, just purely just to see how it performs and how it wears. Because, you know, different plastics wear differently, and in fact, James's mini ring actually has 3D printed pulleys on it as well.
Okay, yeah, I've seen them, and they look. I have never seen anything like it before, and I have a suspicion that they're going to be quite interesting. I've never rung on like 3D printed pulleys, but it's great for your like changing bell hanging, not bell hanging, but you know what I mean. It's like it's new. You don't see completely 3D printed components, and it's also another thing. Yellow paint. It's just not something you see. It's amazing. I really
call me mad or crazy or whatever, but yeah, there we go.
It's brilliant. It's amazing. But you're diversifying. I'm fed up of seeing like red and blue. It's just boring. So yellow is perfect. So before you started in bell hanging and the kinds of jobs you're doing now, you started in muffles. Is that correct?
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. So what kind of are you still doing muffles? What's the plan with them?
I am doing muffles now. I stopped for a bit, mainly to focus on this new business, and also when I was doing muffles alone, there just wasn't enough money in it, to be honest, to make anything useful out of it. But I mean, people love them apparently, and you know, I've got probably well over 25 sets out there, and yeah, people really like them.
Well, all I've heard about these muffles are brilliant stuff. They're absolutely amazing, and there's a tower I'm still waiting to. Don't even ask. One of my towers I ring at would like a set of your muffles. So, yeah, they are absolutely amazing muffles. If your tower needs muffles or anything, speak to Isaac. He can help you out here. This is like, I've never seen a company like this is so dedicated to this skill and this art. Can you call it an art? Bell hanging? Yeah, I think you can. It's an art, really, isn't it? In itself, not just ringing, but bell hanging. But Isaac will help you out in any way. If he can't do the job, he'll know exactly what to do. He is so helpful in every single way. Along with the 3D printed pulleys and his yellow paint scheme, Isaac is also making his own clappers or clapper moulds or something like that.
So basically, with a lot of composite clappers, you see a lot of them break. That's mostly because where you have the tang that meets the ball that inserts into the shaft, it's a very sort of sharp join. There's no sort of radius there to disperse the stress. So essentially what I'm getting done is it's just a standard clapper, only it's just really, really short. So it's like you've taken a clapper and you've just cut it off, basically. And there's also another little sort of secret, which I won't mention, that will hopefully prevent any breakages as well. So along with that really nice radius to disperse any stress, we've also got something else as well.
During this interview, you might have noticed Isaac's wearing a shirt. Is this your own company shirt?
Yeah, it's just my logo, just that I got embroidered onto a plain polo shirt. I mean, okay. Nothing fancy, but it does a job. Well,
yeah, if anyone would like one of these shirts, I hear Isaac is thinking of starting his own clothing company here. He's starting his own. No, but if you would like one of the shirts, let Isaac know. His contact details will be in the description and everything. His Facebook page, which has got loads of photos of his work. It's quite amazing, actually. You need to get a little book done so people can look through like testimonials and all of that. But yeah, if you would like to contact Isaac in any way, all of his contact details we will link below.
I've got email, Facebook, and I've even got a website now as well.
Okay, yeah. So I will put those all down in the description below for everyone to have a look. If you contact Isaac, he will help you in any way, shape, or form. With all my projects, I've been speaking to him, and he's been helping me out in every. His knowledge is endless. It's quite fantastic. It's quite fantastic.
Well,
anyway.
I wouldn't say endless. I'm fairly new in the game, but I've got a lot of contacts.
So yeah, he knows what to do. If you have any problems, contact Isaac. His contact details will be in the description below. So before we end, Isaac, have you got any more future projects? What are you doing in the future?
So, well, as you know, there's currently this mini ring. There's even building my own mini ring, which I still haven't got around to yet. There is. I've got to go and look at Horton in Gloucestershire. They've apparently got some clappering issues around the back end. Wickwar in Gloucestershire, they're very interested in getting a nylon clapper. I've actually got that made here. I just need to go up and do some more measurements to make sure it will actually work properly. Other than that, there's not really a lot. There is the potential to be rehanging and retuning a ring of 6 in Somerset as well, but that's sort of gone a bit quiet on that front at the moment because of this pandemic and stuff. So we'll wait and see.
Well, I do worry actually about a lot of projects because I know one of the projects I'm doing is all had to be put on hold, and I think it's going to be similar for a lot of other projects. It's going to go quite quiet after this, and one of the worries I was thinking about a couple of days ago, and I don't know if I suppose other people have thought about it. Are towers going to? I know a lot of towers cannot wait to get back to ringing, but towers which have we'll call it limited ringers, who were on the verge of like stopping regular ringing, all of that. I think this might be a lot of towers' tipping point. I think.
The other thing as well is a lot of people are going to be wanting people to look over their bells as well before they start ringing again, because I mean I've lost count of how many months it's been now since I've last rung, but yeah, I mean it's a bell installation is a bit like a car. Neglect does more damage than regular use.
Well, yeah, I've always thought, and it's one of, as you say, if bells cannot be rung, I say regularly, by a local band as usual twice a week or whatever, it's always good to have some kind of band maybe once a month just ringing for an hour or so just to keep things going, because as soon as you leave a tower, and this has happened in the village where I ring, there used to be, I've read reports that there used to be a thriving 3-bell band because it's a 3-bell tower, and then ringing stopped sometime after the war, and obviously through the war the bells were silent, and then afterwards it never seemed to really pick up again. And I'm worried something similar is going to happen with this. But if your tower needs help, call Isaac. He will help you out. It's quite phenomenal. Yeah. Well, after the pandemic, I'm sure Isaac will be able to help you out if you would like your bell installation looked over before you start ringing again, just to make sure everything is healthy. No, I tried to come up with a pun there. That didn't work.
You could say make sure everything's really good.
Make sure everything is really good. Oh, God.
That doesn't really work, does it?
No, it sounded better coming from you. So Isaac's work on the mini ring is quite phenomenal. I've seen some videos, and I will overlay some. Isaac sent me some videos and photos. I'll overlay them. Isaac was probably going to be the one I talked to about getting my ring augmentated.
Augmentated? You may as well be saying augment potato at this point. No one really.
It's late. Anyway, Isaac, thank you very much for joining this interview.
Thank you for having me.
I hope this, to everyone, has given us an insight into Isaac's fantastic work. It is absolutely phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal. Is that right? There you go. Right. Just stop. Isaac, thank you very much for joining me this evening. I hope this has been of benefit to people. Isaac is the one to call if you would like any knowledge into bells. His knowledge is almost endless. I've been told not to say endless because it isn't, but it's almost endless. Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.